Art is crazy. You could be the most incredible, accurate painter, but if there's no story behind your situation, then no one cares. And if you don't have a story, like, it doesn't matter if you're the greatest cinematographer in the world, like, if you don't have the right script and actors and stuff, who cares? Like, no one notices it, so, right? But painting is like, it's all you do it all. But you need to have the right story, and that stinks, because what's interesting is my grandmother was a prolific painter. Like, she's got incredible. I have some in my house right now, but just because some people just listen to this on audio, I'm not even going to get up and show you. But incredible painter for her entire life. Could do it all. Oil, watercolor, everything. Barbara Jost. No one knows who Barbara Jost is because she is, there's no story behind Barbara Jost. She doesn't have a story. She doesn't have, to be honest, she doesn't have a struggle, She has her own struggle. Like, everyone has struggles, right? But she doesn't have one that was, like, I guess, marketable, So it's like, sure, if you want to just do it as a hobby and be Barbara Jost, then go into it knowing that. And maybe you don't even realize, but you have a story. But the story sometimes finds you. That's another thing. Basically, all art, not just painting, if it's music, or if it's dance, like, do it for yourself. Unless you know that you got a sick story, or if the story found you, and then strike while the story's hot. Also, my grandfather was a house painter. So I just realized, like, I have 2 grandparents that were painters. Yeah, that's my dog. She's, sorry for the people listening. She has her collar on and she shook.
All right, hey.
Hey!
2, 1. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Man Doozy podcast.
What?
You're probably thinking, why the word doozy? What does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that's extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
And we are not that.
Nope.
But we want to be.
So this is the podcast where we give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves while we teach you how to be successful yourself.
I'm Alex Staub.
I'm Matthew McLachlan.
And I'm Andrew Da Vinci Goebel.
And today, we are going to learn how to paint. Very special episode. Today's episode is also sponsored by BotticelliFoods.com. Use the promo code Doozy at the checkout for 10% off. You're going to eat pasta, you fat slob. Might as well put some delicious food on it. I mean, sauce.
Delicious
cool.
food on it.
Hey, guys.
Put food on it.
So, have you guys ever painted before?
Absolutely. I've done a Bob Ross painting party.
What?
Yeah, I just watched Bob Ross and actually did,
Did what he did.
He just did, I think it was mountains. There's a lot of him being like, there's no wrong. Just little happy accidents. And you're like, how? It looks like shit.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. It's gonna be you're a happy accident.
I don't paint.
Okay.
I doodle. I dabble in the doodles, but
Now we're gonna dabble in some.
You definitely spread happy accidents everywhere, though. I can see that.
That's accurate. Yep, that's probably true. Do you paint?
Good.
Have you painted?
No. No, I mean, I don't paint, but I've been painting my entire life, okay? I am a painter, okay? I've been a painter in a past life, and I believe it was Vincent van Gogh who said, I'm seeking, I'm thriving, I am in it with all my heart, I just know. I know. I've channeled all these painters throughout the years.
What's going on over there?
It seems like you just had that quote just ready up on your screen, like you didn't actually know it.
I don't have quotes up, but just like Henry Matisse said, creativity takes courage. Okay, Matisse.
Yep, Henry Matisse.
I channel every painter throughout the years. It's like Edward Hopper used to say, if I could say it in words, there would be no reason to paint.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a writer, so I don't know if I agree with that. But I mean, to each his own, I guess. As Matisse probably
as
said.
Matisse said.
Not Matisse.
As the Matisse.
Prime Matisse.
Yeah, as the Matisse flies.
So this episode, we have paint in front of us.
Yeah.
And blank canvases.
Yeah.
And throughout this episode, we are going to learn how to paint.
While painting ourselves.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I don't even remember the last time I painted.
Well,
I don't think.
it's about to be right now. I used to do drunk painting. That's very fun. They used to have them in bars. It was called a paint and sip.
Oh, yeah. I've done the group thing where you go through each step and then you do the thing, and that was fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Do you want to get into this shit?
Now we're not telling each other what we're painting, right? It should be a surprise.
Yeah, we'll kind of keep it to ourselves, and then at the end we'll do a big reveal, and we'll see if other people can, explain it.
This is truly going to be how good are we at multitasking, because we're going to have to talk and read and paint. Ugh, this is a joy.
Yeah. Well, it's just like Pablo Picasso once said, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life, And that's just, he was a hoot.
Yeah, I think he beat his wives and stuff. So I don't know what a hoot
is.
Okay, good. All right, well, here are the top 10 tips on how to paint. If you've always wanted to be a painter or just paint or just kind of express yourself creatively, this is the episode for you. Number 10, consider your goal. What types of painting and art are you hoping to create? Do you need a lot of time to work on a single project, or do you hope to fully finish pieces in a single sitting? Do you have a spacious work area that is well ventilated, or a small area that might cause fumes to build up? How much money do you hope to spend on supplies? These are all important things to consider before committing to a type of paint. Some people may use, say, acrylic paints, while others use oil paints. So try out different types of paint to find out what works best for you.
How many fumes I can inhale is a question.
That's right. Are you locked in a room without windows and inhaling fumes all day?
Get painting.
Get painting.
I realize I'm just gonna give away part of what I was trying to draw because it's not gonna work out the way I planned it. I was trying to draw that thing that you used to draw in middle school, where it was like a shape that never ended. I was trying to draw that, and
the S thing.
The S thing, and I fucking cannot remember how the fuck it works. So that's what's happening over here. But I am the least artistic person when it comes to things like this. I wouldn't even know where to start. I would need someone to coach me. So I'm glad you chose. I think these are watercolors, technically, right? That's what we're doing.
I don't know. That got them off Amazon.
Okay,
I look,
watercolors.
but the fumes are. It's
to die for.
It's important to understand the fumes here.
For sure, absolutely. Tip number 9: learn how to build up shapes. Every object that can be painted is a culmination of several shapes put together. The biggest issues beginner painters have is trying to see one subject as a single shape, rather than a layering of many shapes. Instead of focusing on drawing line outlines of a figure, consider it as multiple shapes that are connected. So, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not good at art, but I get the idea of that for sure.
If you wanted to build a house in your painting, you start with a square.
Of course.
And then you add a triangle.
Yep.
And then maybe you add a long, if you want a 3D, maybe you add a rectangle on top next to the triangle.
Yes,
and then
yes.
You're building something there.
You're building something.
You know what I mean?
I get that. I get that. I think, there's... It's something very relaxing about just painting and vibing. And I realize now that I'm bad at shapes.
We can also just take time to paint a little bit and then just go in between the...
Yeah, I think
whatever you guys want to do.
I think we should do that.
Take some time in between each tip.
To just paint in silence?
Just paint in silence a little bit. Jose, we're going to just be painting a little bit. So just feel free to cut the silence until one of us gets to another tip or has something funny to say.
Or leave it. Either or.
Because they need to know how we're doing it.
Yeah.
All right, tip number 8. You got to use your space effectively. Because you're working on a flat surface, you need to create the illusion of distance through the use of space. To maintain a flat surface, keep objects the same size and spaced out. To create depth, overlap shapes and make things further away smaller, while things close to the viewer should be larger. Okay. Now, most things I'm involved with, I don't really create depth, but for my paints, I will. So
I get it.
You get it?
I do, because, you do have depth in, Yeah, playwriting is like an art. Like, you do stuff.
I dabble.
Yeah, you dabble.
Are we distracted? I think we're distracted. Are we distracted? Are we good?
Yeah, why?
You're looking great over there. Yeah, you took long enough.
Yeah, no, I
I
did.
feel like you're actually doing good, and
I'm trying to get into this right now.
I know you're doing great. I'm here trying to remember how to.
Yeah, this is fun for Jose, watching us paint.
You're welcome. You're gonna read another fucking quote.
I believe it was the famous Mark Chagall that said, "Great art picks up where nature ends." I mean, but that's just something I remember. Number 7, everyone. Look at your overall composition, okay? The layout of your painting, the placement of objects and figures is known as the composition. In order to create an interesting composition, figures must be placed in such a way as to cause the viewer's eye to circle the entire painting, avoiding a single figure in the center of your painting, as its composition is the most basic. It's easy, okay? Create interest by putting a single figure on an intersection of thirds, or by adding other interesting objects to the background.
Easy.
Easy.
Painting.
This is supposed to be fun, but it stresses me out because I'm not good at this. I think I realize as an artistic person, I believe a lot in inspiration and following those impulses. And I have never had an impulse while painting. So it just becomes a chaos-filled just nightmare.
I was really good at stick figures my entire life.
Okay.
Me too.
But there were some people that I knew in like school that they would just draw like the craziest things for fun. I'm like, how the hell? How did you even do that?
Like, here's Dragon Ball Z characters I drew from my mind. I'm like, you're an idiot.
I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but you can't get a date to the prom.
Yeah, but you're going to die alone.
They are now Pixar animators.
They are.
And we
They
are
are
here.
now Pixar animators.
it's actually crazy.
And
Good for
we're
them.
here.
We're good. We're good for you.
Drawn bullshit.
And
Yeah,
we are
here.
here.
We're happy for you, Clint, or whatever your name is.
Clint.
Yeah. You know, I'm now thinking, since I've had a minute to think.
We should have done this beforehand.
No. We should have done the tips.
Yeah.
And then painted.
Why don't we do that?
And
We can still do
and
that.
did the tips after it so that we could learn things.
What?
Ooh, let's do that then. Okay.
All right. Hold on. I am gonna finish the little thing I had planned.
Okay, great.
Then I'll hop in the tips.
Well, we're already at tip 6.
We are, but that's why I said we're kind of ripping through the tips, so we may even have time at the end to, just take some time, paint, talk to them. It's great. Are we waiting on me? Tip number 6: choose a subject. The most important design of your painting is deciding on a subject to focus on. For most beginner painters, it's easier to choose an image which is already flat and paint a copy of that rather than choosing a 3D object. To start, find something with basic lines and shapes without too many colors. That would be easy to test your painting skills on. Common beginning painting subjects are a bowl of fruit, a vase of flowers, or a stack of books. We have none of those. So,
What point do you get to paint nude people?
I think you have to be good at art first before they
To paint what? Tits?
Yeah. I think the symmetry of the titties is hard to nail down.
Shadowing.
Yeah, shading, shadowing.
It depends what the person looks like nude, too.
Go on.
Yeah,
Like
what do you mean?
the shapes they are? The shapes they got?
Shapes, sizes, texture, composition.
Right.
All right, George Surratt. Okay.
As someone's bullshit says.
No
I
worries
believe it
about
was Andy Warhol that said, they always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. He was a hoot.
He was a hoot, actually.
I actually worked on a show where they painted someone nude, and it was uncomfortable. But isn't that...
What do you mean? Like they painted...
Was it uncomfortable for you, or did they feel uncomfortable? Like, what do you mean?
Everyone in the room was laughing. I don't know if it was they were laughing at him or I don't know what was going on. But
So what were they doing? They were painting a nude model standing there?
it was a room full of women. It was like a women-only painting thing, and then they brought this guy model in, and he stood there, and he, like, ripped his towel off, and he had to stand there and kind of, like, he was on one of those things that, like, slowly turned around and whatever, and he was, like, stuck in one pose, and they all painted him.
And they were laughing at him?
They were giggling. Yeah, they were laughing.
This guy either was working with itty-bitty bits, or he was a fucking hog.
The bits did not have composition.
Okay.
So the shading of the bits was...
Yeah, my picture was just the bits. It had nothing to do with the guy.
Got it. Is there a quote you might have that has to do with this phenomenon of composition in bits?
Male bits?
Yeah, you got anything maybe?
Yeah,
locked
anything
or
about male
loaded?
bits or bitten?
You guys want to hear a quote?
We'd love to
We
hear.
would love to hear one.
All right, well, let's do it after the break.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Okay.
He doesn't have one. He ran out.
I think you ran out of quotes.
You ran out of
He needs to Google more quotes.
I believe it was
Okay.
Salvador Dalai who said, "Those who do not want to imitate anything produce nothing."
Why?
Who said
Why
that?
did you make him say that?
Salvador Dali. Good. Let's go to the break, everybody. Wow, hey everybody, are you tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods? I know I am, and that's why it's time to discover the authentic taste of Italy with Botticelli Foods.
They're a family-owned brand that delivers farm-to-table products straight to your dinner table. Experience the rich flavors of their Italian cuisine, which has been passed down from generation to generation.
If you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use the promo code Doozy, that's DOOZY, at checkout, you can get 10% off all Botticelli food products.
We're talking olive oil, balsamic, and many, many more flavorful products that will add composition to your bits and bobs.
And remember, Botticelli foods are extraordinary and outstanding, like your bits and bobs, just like the men of Doozy's bits and
Buy
bobs.
Botticelli's right now. Just pause the media, go buy it, and then come back.
Do it. Because there's nothing going on this episode.
Honestly, this episode's super chill. We're just painting. We're having a great time.
We now have to go. We now go to my favorite segment during the break, checking in with Jose. Jose, have you ever painted? You know, who's your favorite painter? Give us a memory. And how's the episode going so far?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't paint, but the episode's going real good.
Wow. Compelling and rich. I think. Do you have a quote about
He
this?
reminds me of Georgia O'Keeffe, who once said, "To create one's own world takes courage."
And that's exactly what he showed us just now.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and he reminds me of Francis Bacon, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And funny enough, he said the job of the artist is always to deepen the mystery. Wow. I was really channeling Auguste Rodin there, who once said the main thing to be moved, to love, to hope, to tremble, to live. Which kind of reminded me of Henry Moore's last words. To be an artist is to believe in life. He said that right after he died.
The energy
Right after he died, he said that.
Is insane.
He said that, and he said that to Jackson Pollock, who said every good painter paints what he is. You know?
Talking about deepening the
It's
mystery.
just crazy. It's just crazy. And in that same room was Dr. Seuss, who said, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind." Right? And he looked Ralph Waldo Emerson right in the eyes when he said that. He said, "In art, the hand can never execute anything higher than the heart can imagine." It was crazy. It was absolutely insane, because Mark Changal raised his hand and said, "Art must be an expression of love, or is it nothing?" Right? And then Rene Magritte was like, "Dude, life obligates me to do something, so I paint." So I paint.
God, anyone else?
I
in the
love
room?
how we're still
And the room
in
got
the break right now. We have not come
Oh,
back from
was
the break.
wow! I got kind of caught up there. I was.
You did.
You saw God for a second. You're coughing so bad.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
My God.
Yeah, just like Martin Kippenberger once said, "A good artist has less time than ideas," which really inspired me.
You. You just rapid fire reading these tips. Is
Fuck
insane.
blasted with art quotes.
Just trying to get you guys fired up.
Okay, well. Okay.
Well, we certainly are. Tip number 5, create a sketch. Although it is not a requirement, many painters find it helpful to draw a rough outline of their figure on their canvas prior to painting it. Use a light graphite pencil to gently sketch the outline of shapes and figures on your canvas. You will be painting over this, but having a light outline will help you to keep your paint in the right areas. Great.
Yeah.
We're all sketchers. We're all doodlers. It's just a matter of amping it up.
Yeah, I don't have a pencil, though, so this is more just kind of stream of whatever happens.
Happens. All right.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're figuring it out.
Is painting boring, you guys?
No.
It's so relaxing.
It's honestly...
It's relaxing.
It's relaxing. It's chill. Yeah.
Good thing we did this at the end.
We're also not really painting as much as you're saying quotes at us. And
I am. It is so relaxing that I
just-
need a little pick-me-up, like some more words of wisdom, perhaps.
Like say a quote or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
Oh, if you
maybe
got
like a
it.
quote.
I
If you
mean,
got it. Have one.
Off the top of my head. Yeah. it was, I believe it was Frida Kahlo.
Okay.
Okay.
That said, I never paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. To which
Did she yell that?
she screamed it. And Wassily Kandinsky exclaimed, he looked her right in the face and he said, there is no must in art because art is free. And then Lucian Fraud was like, the longer I look at an object, the more abstract it becomes. And ironically, the more real.
Well, that is ironic.
Yeah, and then he passed out.
From looking at objects.
He passed
looking at
out.
objects.
He passed out just purely staring at it, you know?
Yeah.
But and this was at the seminar, and Michelangelo stood up and said, "If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all." He was pissed.
Yeah.
He seems mad about having to do work.
Yeah.
I'm actually,
He probably did. He want to like do something else? I mean.
Yeah.
He probably wanted to be a finance guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
did.
oh, paint.
He was
Gay.
pissed, and then I looked out the window, and Evard Munch was out in the walking by himself, and he's like, "Nature is not only all that is visible to the eye; it also includes the inner pictures of the soul." He didn't even get a ticket to that.
He wasn't even allowed in. He was, in fact, probably not.
Honestly, he was not allowed in.
No, he was
at
barred.
all.
He was barred.
No, he wasn't.
We got another tip to
Yeah.
bedazzle us with?
Yeah, I do. Is it my turn?
Definitely.
Number 4, everybody.
Always your turn.
Did you feel you got a little pick me up?
Oh, for sure. I'm wide awake.
Good. Number 4, everyone. Start painting the background.
Okay.
When painting, it is best to work from the back to the front. This will
Nice.
help you accurately layer objects and create the perception of distance. Paint with a single color at a time, going back and adding other layers of color as your work. Your background should be painted first, and you can add objects closest to the foreground later.
I did not do that already.
You
so-
painted the background first.
No, that would have been correct.
you're
I just started
Oh.
drawing shit. That's according to this. I should have.
I'm starting from the top, going to the back.
Oh, you gotta. You always
You gotta.
gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, start from the bottom. Now we hear. Whoo.
Start with the background first, and then you can add things
Add
in.
things in
Because it's not going to look so good if you have to add the
background.
background later, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, like
I'm doing it right now because I try to catch myself. But before we get too far, tip number 3. Add in your subject. When you're happy with the background, you can add in objects and shapes. Work with layers of paint similarly to the way you would add to the background. Your subject is the center of attention for your painting. So it is important that you spend plenty of time paying attention to incorporating all the elements of art into it. Analyze it from all perspectives and focus on recreating shapes rather than the entire figure. If you're having a difficult time painting your subject accurately, flip your painting upside down. Paint it from a different angle. Will force your eye to look at the shapes that make up the figure accurately rather than the symbol of the shapes that the mind creates. Start with the lightest colors, then work with darker colors. It is difficult to layer darker colors over lighter colors. So start with whites and pastels before moving on to hues and tones.
I've seen people, I've been to little conventions where like people paint upside down and they flip it and it's like the perfect like portrait of like Abraham Lincoln.
That shit is
Yeah,
crazy. I've seen
fucking
that.
Ray Charles and shit.
Speed painters. I've seen those. They're
It's
fucking
crazy.
insane. Yeah, I don't get it.
Some people are
I
really
think-
good with art and just painting and stuff. Like Erica painting just. Like when Erica draws, just throws something together real quick. It's the craziest thing. I could never even do it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Ever.
envious of her for that ability. I don't have that at all.
Yeah, we know.
Doing pretty good so far, I gotta be honest.
You?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing great. I mean, you did drop the art though, so.
It is
It's part of the process.
It's jumping out at me, and so it's catching it. Is tip number 2: catch your art. No, it's actually add in
Catch that art.
Add in details. I got to be honest. This is actually pretty helpful. I'm getting inspired, but I want to get the rest of the tips in and then get my painting in. Here we go. Tip number 2: add in details. As you begin to finish your painting, add in the details you want for your background and figures. Many times, this includes adding texture with your brush, a wash or glaze, and smaller, intricate figures as an overlay. This is the time for you to really get minute and focused on finishing touches.
There you go. There you go. Not minute.
No. We can't
just
bring that back.
Minute. Yeah, the details are very important.
They're so important.
So
Some
important.
may say, and I actually don't know who said this, but I'm going to quote someone. Some might say the devil is in the details.
Devil is a bitch.
I believe that was Ted Bundy. Who said
Yeah, I
that.
think he did do that.
Actually, it was Twyla Tharp who said, "Art is the only way to run away without leaving home." And she
Did she run away a lot?
No, mentally she was gone.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
She wasn't gone. But you know who was there? Leonardo da Vinci. And he said, one can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. And he was not fun for any party.
No, he was
he
not.
was not.
He sounds like he was training with a bunch of CrossFit guys. He was. Who was like, actually.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Leo, Jesus.
Jesus, Leo.
Yeah, no one really liked him, especially Paul Valéry, who said an artist never really finishes his work. He merely abandons it. So, and a lot of his projects he didn't finish.
Because he's a bad father.
He had a lot of unfinished projects.
He
It was
abandoned
Like
them,
his children.
like his children.
Yeah, his children. One of his kids was Aristotle. And his famous quote was, "The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance." And he was arrested for touching himself later that night.
That is illegal.
Yeah, especially in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
Well, that time, the homes were outside, probably.
It's true. He was definitely homeless.
Yeah. So was Theodore Dreiser, and he was walking down the street one night and he screamed, "Art is the stored honey of the human soul." He was arrested for touching himself. As well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Well, once you've added in the details, and you saying quotes from artists are like part of the.
It's part of the
it's
process.
It's part
Honestly,
of the vibe. It's part of the vibe.
I would have been lost if you hadn't been quoting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would this episode have even been?
How would I have known how?
It would have just been us painting. We're at the number one tip, everybody.
We made it.
Yeah.
Clean up. With the completion of final details, Your painting is done, and wow, does it look good. Touch up any mistakes on your painting, sign the corner, and clean up sign the corner for your stupid little paint that you're going to put on the... What the ego on painters?
Oh, it's yours now?
Oh,
I thought
my
it was the
God.
world's.
This is a sun... What?
What's up?
Nothing. It is very important to thoroughly clean your paintbrushes so that they stay in good condition because you're going to be painting all the time and will work well for future projects. Save any paint that you have left in containers and store away your art supplies. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Good.
Well, we're gonna take probably a little.
Those are the top 10 tips on how to paint everybody.
Yeah, honestly, now we're just gonna Bob Ross at you.
And now we're gonna paint ourselves. So maybe a time lapse or something.
Yeah.
We'll probably just cut all this out, but we'll do the big reveal when we're done.
I ran out of the paint I
3
needed
hours
for the
later.
background. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. That's annoying.
You ran out of paint?
I ran out of paint for the color for the background.
What? Well, I probably have it, and I'm not using it.
Can I grab some blue from you?
Excuse me. Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, for a time.
What are you doing?
Borrowing your paint. I'm out of my paint. I'm out of blue. Do you need that blue?
Yeah, I do.
Can I borrow some of your blue?
You need to figure out how to do your painting.
I'm gonna go borrow some of Matt's blue. Is that okay?
No, I need it.
Yeah, we need
Did
it.
light blue?
You need to figure out how to do your own paint. You have
That should've been one of
16
the
different
tips.
colors there. You got this.
But I can't. No, but I don't want it to be different colors. I want the background to be the background. The background is blue.
You can figure it out.
Other colors make other colors.
Yeah, that's right. Mix your colors together.
I'm gonna
to
grab
make
some
blue.
of that blue. Give me.
Yeah, but you can't see mine.
I won't look at yours.
I may or may not be doing a portrait of one of you, and I don't need. Right. Hurry! You can just put it on your canvas and get the fuck out of here. I hope he adds in just clips of us during while we're doing all this. Just like.
Yeah, Jose, this might be the easiest one to edit right here.
This may be it.
He's already asleep, guys.
He doesn't care. You're gonna start over.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta flip it around.
No, just paint over stuff. I just painted over that yellow because I didn't give a shit, dude. Honestly, if I stopped right now, this is modern art. Like, if I stopped right now, I could sell this to the MoMA
Me too, actually.
tomorrow.
I feel the same way.
And they'd be like, Jesus Christ, Andrew, can you please give us a quote?
$3 million.
$3 billion.
I'll take it.
Or the bare naked ladies.
Fucking puddle of mud, maybe.
Yeah, puddle of mud. Red Hot Chili Peppers. 3 Doors Down.
Yeah, a lot of.
It has to be royalty-free music.
Okay.
So yeah,
I will fucking relax. We can play 7 seconds of a song without getting
you can't.
in
No,
trouble. 7 seconds, you can.
no, we'll get flagged.
God damn! Don't
Yeah.
play any of the songs I just talked about.
Yeah, any kind
You can probably play puddle of mud. We'll probably be fine with that.
Yeah, I think Puddle of Mud's.
Puddle of Mud will email us and be like, take it down.
Yeah,
now.
they got nothing else to do.
Take it down now.
Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of mud. Right, that's
That's their song. You know,
puddle of mud.
My hand's starting to cramp.
Is that good, huh?
Also, what a dumb quote. An artist never finishes his work, he just abandons it.
I hate that.
That's the dumbest quote ever. I would be so pissed if I never finished a pass.
No, people say that. In fact, our friend that we saw, whose play we saw last night, it was a month and a half, 2 month long, basically Broadway performance. And yesterday was her second to last thing. And she's like, yeah, I was taking notes for the next draft. I'm like, the show is perfect. It's done. She's like, no, I'm going to keep working on it. I'm like, quit.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good now.
Yeah, sometimes when you overseason something, it tastes horrible.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, you ain't wrong. That's some good. That's an actual quote, not even.
That's that's Alex Staub, baby.
That's Alex Staub right there.
Yeah.
You can get that in there, the seasoning.
Sometimes when you overseason something, it tastes fucking gross.
Sometimes when you go overseas and you eat something, right? That's what you said?
Sometimes when you go overseas and you eat something, it tastes gross.
Yeah. That's
I don't think that's what he said. I hope not. By the way, you guys are gonna think I'm stupid, but I was actually inspired by these tips, and I got an answer out of the tips as well.
Oh, I did too.
That's so funny. Who knew we'd actually be helpful? I think we've been actively trying not to be helpful for so long.
I've always been trying to be helpful.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You just read quotes from most of this episode.
Some of those quotes are going to inspire someone out there.
That's true. But some of those quotes are not from painters.
Yeah, about half of them maybe.
I know.
You're going to look at me in the eyes
Just like
and tell me that Edgar Degas, who said painting is easy when you don't know how, but very difficult when you do. So dumb. So dumb. I mean, what even is a quote? Huh? You could literally make up a...
no.
What are you saying right now?
Remember when you choked to death and you came back to life with 20 quotes locked and loaded somehow?
Yeah. They all,
Yeah.
The artist hit me all at once.
Hit him right in the fucking jugular.
Hit me all at once. It was rough.
I know it's not, but next door sounds like they're playing Jellicle Cats.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh my god.
They're not.
I know they're not.
It does sound musical. It sounds like they're watching the Tonys.
I know. Oh, they might be. That is a thing. Speaking of artists, the Tonys. Oh, it actually might be Jellicle Cats. If they're doing, because I know they just brought that back.
Not on Broadway.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that downtown theater is a new Broadway theater, right? The one where they're doing the...
You're right. You might be right. There's a new cat.
Yeah, the new Cats. Yeah, they're doing the ballroom thing. And honestly, the first 15 minutes, we were trying to do double duty. So even
Yeah,
that's
it was
also
rough.
spaced out. So, and by rough, I mean, I'm into this whole thing. I think this episode's going to be fun as shit.
For the audience, maybe not, but it was for us.
It was for us. This is more, this is.
This one was ours.
Sometimes you gotta do an episode for yourself.
Yeah,
I think the third one is always for us.
honestly, yes, 100%.
Good thing we didn't do this the first time.
No, I would have fucked up the vibe. And we would have had way too many quotes. Like, I'm only going to be thinking about that time when Scott Adams said, creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes. Art is knowing which ones to keep, you know?
I think that applies.
What can I say?
Yeah, it does because we're talking about editing this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Yeah, what can I say? I've read books.
You read a quote. That's all you did just now.
Dude, sometimes quotes are books, like this one right here by Henry David Thoreau. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see.
Did he put 8 S's in the front of that? It's what you see.
It's not what you're looking at, it's what you're observing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, when you put it like that, I still think it sounds dumb.
It's not...
I just looked at your picture for the first time.
I wish I didn't.
Oh my god, I can't help it. It's right in my fucking wrist.
Don't look. Don't look.
I'll try my best not. Holy fuck. That's funny as shit. Okay.
Like, that's gonna make it any better.
Let me blow on it.
That's so funny. Such a dick. That's why we can't.
He's like to like a stick figure dog.
Yeah.
Like you just signed the Declaration of Independence.
John Hancock.
Andrew Goebel. Let the ink dry, gentlemen.
Let the ink dry.
Still got 30 seconds, but do you want any more? You ready to show? Because I'm ready to just go.
I think I'm done with my
I
painting.
need the 30.
You need the 30? Okay, take your time. I'm going to keep blowing on my art to make it better. Are you ready to present?
Hold on.
Well, I'll just start bringing everyone back in. Thank you so much for those of us who actually, those of you who sat through all this and just watched us make art. But we're ready to present our final pieces. If no one else wants to volunteer to go first, I am happy to start.
I'm excited.
I
Okay.
am also excited.
You can go first.
So are we?
I can explain I'll explain my whole process, my whole everything to get to where we are now, okay?
Okay.
So we started reading the tips first, and I wasn't listening. So then I tried to go back and fix some of the mistakes that I might have done. So I decided to do the background first. And then I had this weird mass that I had just drawn on the paper.
You stole other people's paint?
No, well, I did.
You did do that.
I did need it because I needed more to do it. But so I had this mass, and I wasn't sure what this mass was going to be, but I listened to our tips, and I turned the painting, and I decided to draw what I'm titling It's a Beautiful Day in Mordor. So if you look, we got the Eye of Sauron overlooking the Hat People. There was a sun up here that is just reminding everyone that...
It looks like it's smiling too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not all days are dark.
Not all days are dark in Mordor. So
Alex Staub.
Alex Staub.
That's a good one.
It's a good quote.
That's
Not
a good one.
all
I like
days
that.
are dark. Yeah.
I like your son.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
the
the
sun.
details.
The sun's nice.
The only thing I would have done if my blowing could have made it dry faster, because I like the texture of the sun, but I would have given a little eye and a smiley face.
Oh,
to be like,
sure. Yeah.
To be like, hey.
That
happy you're
would
here
have been a hat on. That would have been a hat.
Would have been a hat on
a ring
sun.
on a ring. Yeah.
Would have been a hat on a ring on a ring.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have put a hat on the sun.
yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Give it that.
I should give it a hat. I'll give it a hat on the sun.
All right. Go ahead. Stop.
Yeah. Okay, so I painted mine.
Okay.
What's going on there?
This is obviously Jake Gyllenhaal source code.
Okay. Okay. I got that. But yeah.
Can you,
And this
maybe
is-
for those of us who don't know source code as well, could you maybe explain?
Google Jake Gyllenhaal source code. It was a movie.
No, you can
Oh.
explain it right now. This is
Oh, the movie. So in this, it's a scene from the movie where he finds a bomb on a train through like some kind of future technology. This is Jake.
Look like. I thought it was Gambit.
This is Jake. This is the bomb. This is the train. It looks like it's too late, but this in the movie he saves the train, but I drew the train blowing up. So I don't know. This was my take
This
on
is your
the,
take on
this was the director's cut.
source code.
Here's my favorite part.
Those are birds.
No, I got the birds. And the tree, the texture's on the tree, and the hole, you got a hole in the
There's
tree.
a hole in the tree for where the birds
go.
live.
And you got some good wings. They're almost bad. Like, my favorite is
And
that
my
you decided
signature-
to make the signature as big, if not bigger, than any other object in the whole fucking painting. So that's good psychology about
Because
it.
I want it to be known that I drew this, not
Jake
Jake.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake
or the
train.
production team of source
not
code.
the production team at sourcecode.net.
Yeah.
And it looks like a McDonald's Happy
It
Meal.
does look like a McDonald's
But that's
bomb.
a bomb.
McDonald's bomb.
Those are the wires that
Those
go
are
through.
thack wires, dude.
Those are the wires. And this, it looks like I wanted to draw fire, but it kind of looks like it was just.
It looks
it's
like you were
just
running
it's
over someone.
running
I
over
thought-
bodies.
Yeah, I thought that's what was happening.
I thought it was an explosion. I did.
Well,
I
nice,
got
you
it.
got
It
that.
was
You got
explosion of bodies.
This is
maybe.
Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's my signature.
Well done.
Well done.
What's it called?
I call it.
Source code?
I call it the source.
The source.
The
Got it.
source.
Yeah.
Very, very well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Now I've been keeping mine a secret, but this is a joke, but I'm also not. I'm kind of proud of it. So here we go.
Okay.
It's called The Object. So, as you can see, I took inspiration from both because Andrew has the sun, and here's the sun, and Alex has the birds, which I put over here as well. And if you notice, there's a big shadow of the object is in the middle, and
It's funnier the longer you look at it.
and some pretty good color tone.
Yeah.
I think on the skin, like there's some.
It looks off in the distance.
We're
like
over
there's-
here drawing,
like-
and he drew a dick.
Like there's, it's looking out.
Oh,
It's,
I just call it the object, but
it looks like it's looking out hopeful into the future. Like
You put
that's,
the date on it.
well, yeah, they got to know when we did it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
holy
got the date
shit.
wrong too.
Holy shit.
I gotta be honest. Skin tone has never looked better on
Was
it.
it? It looks good.
Right? Like you can see even like the markings.
It looks
where,
good.
If you could look,
It's in the sun.
if you look at the veins,
ha-
there's some blue in there too.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And the sun is hot. You know, you can tell by the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought someone was coming in right now. But there's a shadow there. I was pretty proud of that shadow. You even see how it like bulbs a little bit when the top part.
And the birds are. Is it big?
Or is this perspective? Are we
Is
seeing
this like
forced
bigger than?
perspective?
Is this
That's-
bigger than a flock of birds?
That's what art is. You be the judge.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think? Are they in the distance or is it gigantic?
Wow.
It's a big shadow.
Honestly, great work, all of
Wow.
us. For sure.
Wow. Wow. Good work, everybody. And we're gonna put these up for auction. If you want these,
Yeah.
DM us, and we'll give you
100%.
an unfair price.
Absolutely. Because it's art and we decide its value.
It's art. We decide the value.
It's going to be a lot of money.
You know, these came out pretty good.
I'm actually really happy about this.
That's really good.
Yeah, this is great. I'm going to put this right down here, too.
I wanted to add
Wow.
more. I felt like the top was a little blank, but you don't put veins up there.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I was genuinely. I get really stuck in details. I was going to make one of your faces as this,
Got
but
it.
I
Yeah.
decided to go El Clasico,
Full head.
full object
I mean, it's still kind of. It looks like Andrew still a little bit.
with the veins, maybe
Yeah.
with the shadow. I mean, you with the shadow too.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah. Thank you for
This
everyone
was great.
watching the.
I-
this was fun. I want to pay more often.
I don't know
gonna
how this
probably
will
be dicks
how
now.
this will do as an episode, but thank you for being here with us
Yeah.
for this. Holy shit.
This might be the first episode where we were helpful to ourselves.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes.
Wow, holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Well, please comment what your favorite tip was and share this episode with everyone you know.
Yeah. We are on all social media platforms and all audio platforms, everything. You can watch us on YouTube or hear us paint
Yeah.
in podcast form.
Yeah, and if you want us to teach you something while we also learn ourselves, then, you know, definitely let us know. Because if there's one thing that Remembrance said, it was painting is the grandchild of nature. It is related to God.
Who said that?
This is Remembrance.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Remembrance,
No,
okay?
No, you're good. Hey, we'll see you next episode.
Hey, bye Botticelli. See
We
you
love
next
you
time.
so much.
I do genuinely like the balls.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I thought they were. Yeah, this is a good little. They got weight to them.
They do have weight to them.
I started there.
Balls.
Yeah, I started from the balls. Now I'm here.
Which was
Good.
actually
Good.
an incredible joke.
I love it.